But today, during our announcement time, I've invited Kevin Martin, who was our delegate to annual conference this year, to come and give us a report of what happened last week in Winston-Salem. So, Kevin.
I'm going to try to make this very simple and quick. If you want to see the whole report or whole conference, you can go to gmcncpac.org and watch the videos. It was a very nice thing. I got to be in on the first annual conference for the Global Methodist Church at Benton Convention Center in Winston-Salem. The theme of the conference was press on. In other words, keep doing what we're doing because we're doing it right so far as best we know. Thursday, which was the first day I was there, as I sat in the Piedmont Ford conference room and watched people file in, I noticed an enthusiasm for the Global Methodist Church first annual conference. People would stop and talk to me, young and old. Everybody was glad they had done what we have done, which is moved to the global conference. And this is going to be real fast, so I might go forward and back up some, who knows. A little information: since the conference in October of 2023, several churches had joined the Global Methodist Conference, bringing the number of churches in North Carolina to 400 or more. And there were several discussions during these meetings, of course, and one of them was what to do when the world asked, is there a God? Answer, yes. Well, this is my thinking now. I always keep this in mind. What I'm telling y'all is kind of what I'm thinking, but hopefully I'm thinking right, and we need to be examples of it. And why is it difficult to talk about Jesus and God? I know for me personally, it's always been that way, but I'm trying to get better, and we need to get better to grow the Global Methodist Church. And then another question that come up, what kind of Christians does the world want us to be? Global Methodists or something else? Well, a whole lot of the world wants us to be something else, so y'all know the answer to that. And this man that was speaking said, we are doing the right things. That is why the Global Methodist Church came to be. Well, and he went on to say, what benefit do we get from talking and praying to God? We recognize God is present and active in our midst. Will we be a witness to that fact? That's just going back to talking to people. Funny but true. Everybody likes to break up when it starts getting intense. Adam and Eve were the first to eat themselves out of house and home. And then we went back to the serious side, and God's mission to redeem all humanity and restoration of all creation. And to follow up with that a little bit, the Global Methodist Church is reaching out to the whole world as examples. There was a man in a casino. The Global Methodist was having a meeting off to the side or something. He was in a wheelchair. He heard them. He disrupted their meeting a little bit, got saved. His name is Russ Clodfelter. Also, another thing he brought out, the Global Methodist Church has sent $50,000 to the Congo Conference to help churches start. That's pretty good examples of reaching out there if you're in a casino and can save a man. Conference on Friday morning, the conference participated in Holy Communion service, which was a lot of people. I'll just leave it at that. Speaker David Banks invited all people to read Acts 1, verse 1 through 18 during his sermon, or after it really, scattered as seeds. And if you read it, you'll understand what scattered as seeds leads up to. The rest of this is sort of the business end of it. A lay ministry report given by Kim King, a cabinet report given by Gil Wise, a board of ministry by Dalma Cribb, a memorial recognition for Reverend Raymond Elwood Atkins Jr., which had passed away, and then the introduction of ordinance to the conference and asking of the historic questions by Bishop Webb. All were approved. Bunch of questions, bunch of serious questions. If you want to go and look at them. 2 offerings were taken, one on Thursday for new church starts in North Carolina, one on Friday for disaster recovery efforts in North Carolina and around the world for anything Global Methodist. At the end of Friday, Bishop Webb had a prayer over the General Conference delegates, including John, that's going to Costa Rica in September, I believe. And then Saturday, 36 ordinands were ordained. And what I said, you can go to the GMC, North Carolina PAC.org website and find out if I was listening good or not. But that's the end of what I got to say. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you, Kevin, for that report. It really was a wonderful conference. I never experienced anything like what I experienced in Winston-Salem in the many years I went to Lake Junaluska. So we truly are a part of something that is God-filled and Spirit-filled and led by people who really earnestly want to follow God and stand on the truth of the Word of God. Again, it's a very exciting time to be part of the church, and I'm so excited that we are all on this journey together. Friends, with